Hello guys and welcome to San Jua Aviation. Welcome to World Tour flight number 6 from Tampa to San Juan, Puerto Rico. About an hour 15 flight time expected today in the Concorde. Really exciting flight planned ahead of us. We're going to be headed up to flight level 500, aka 50,000 feet. That's pretty crazy, but we'll be headed all the way up there. In just a few minutes, we'll be departing Tampa. It's going to be a really exciting flight. Hope you guys enjoy it. We'll be having a flight controls cam for the departure. So that'll be pretty cool. Wait 1 second here. Make sure to check out the description with the Discord server and some other cool things down there. And make sure to chat if you're just tuning in. Really excited for this one. Been wanting to fly the Concorde for a while. Just had to do a couple test flights to make sure it was all good to fly. It ain't steady level, but definitely flyable. So let's do this. I'm just notifying you guys on Discord that I am live right now. So I'm just going to go and copy that link. Alrighty guys, let's get it going. Make sure to chat if you're just tuning in. It's going to be a great flight. Welcome to stream Carlos. Thanks for tuning in. Flying to your home airport? Alright, that's pretty cool. Give us some cool places to look at on the way in. That should be an exciting arrival. Welcome to stream Carson. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to be pushing back here in just a second. Let's go ahead and disconnect the jetway. Unfortunately, no ATC in Tampa at the moment, I don't believe. Yeah, they just went offline, unfortunately, but I mean, we'll be on Honeycomb, so that's all good. No big deal there. How long will this flight be, knowing it's the Concorde? So it's actually going to be around an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. Pretty crazy. The actual flight time in a 737 would be over 2.5 hours, but you pretty much just cut that in half, and that's the Concorde's flight time. So we'll be getting out of here in just a second. I'm just filing our flight plan really quick on vPilot. How are you guys doing today, Carlos and Carson? I'm putting in there flight level 500. We might even get higher if we want to. That'll be our initial. Type code CONC for the Concorde. And call sign today will be British Airways 1, which will be Speedbird Concorde 1 if we have ATC. And for our traffic calls, that'll be our call sign. Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and get going. We'll start the pushback. Unfortunately there's no tug, but we can just do it with an invisible tug. We'll be headed out to 19 right for departure. Hope to stream Skystar. Thanks for tuning in. How's your day going? Headed down to San Juan in the Concorde. Yes, Carlos. So we'll be headed up to flight level 500 or 50,000 feet. Flight level is just the term you use for altitudes in the U.S. above 18,000 feet. It's going to be an exciting flight. We're going to go and get the autopilot set up once we're done with the pushback. How's everybody's day going? Alright, Skystar. And guys, on the next stream, we will be flying into St. Martin, so that's why I'm just kind of stopping here in San Juan, and then we'll be getting in the 747 hopefully tomorrow, and then head into St. Martin. That'll be an exciting stream. Mach speed, it will be at Mach point, I believe it's going to be 2.04. So basically just Mach 2. Alright, we're going to go on arm auto throttle 1 and 2. We'll turn on the flight directors. The flight directors have been a bit off, as you can see here. They're about 7.5 degrees higher than they should be. So we're just going to have to track a bit lower than that. But that should be fine. Okay, and the aircraft wants to... apparently wants to start rolling. I don't know what happened there. Alright, so we should be good there. We'll turn that on in the air. This is basically LNAV mode. Yeah, so that's what that is. And then we'll go altitude acquire and vertical speed. Vertical speed is set down here. Bring that up to about 2,500 feet per minute. Give it a second here. Welcome to stream, Jambo. Thanks for tuning in. How's your day going? Is it Mach 2.04 the max speed? It's something like that. We're going to be going as fast as we can during this flight. We'll test the limits of the Concorde. See how that goes. Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and turn on the flight controls cam. And guys, what do you think of the thumbnail? Do you like that style of thumbnail? Or do you want me to change it back to like gate scenes and stuff? When the aircraft's at the gate. Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and make our traffic call. There's a car right in front of us for some reason. Alright, so we're going to be headed to 19 right. Let's go ahead and spool the engines up a bit here. Get parking and brake released. Make sure our basic taxi checklist is complete. We'll go taxi lights on. And the visor is set to 5 degrees down. That's the takeoff position. And we'll do the flight controls check while we're moving here. There is full forward, full back. And the floor is moving nice and well. Let's bring it up a bit more here. We'll be taxiing via Victor all the way down. Or actually, let me see here. Yeah, we can go ahead and go Victor. Carson, so you like this thumbnail? Alright, glad you like it. It's kind of a new style, I think. It's pretty good, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Let's make our traffic call real quick on 122.8. We need to set that real quick in the Logitech radio panel. Boom. Alrighty, let's make a traffic call. Speedbird Concorde 1, Tampa traffic, headed down to runway 19 right via Victor, Tampa traffic. Alrighty, there we go. Traffic call is completed. And we are headed down to 19 right now. And guys, do you like me flying the Concorde, or do you guys want me to fly like, you know, just basic airliners? Like the 320, 330 Neo, 737? I want to hear your thoughts on which one you want to see. We've got some good runway length here at 11,000 feet. Last time we flew the Concorde, we took off from Boston. I think Jambo might remember. I remember he was in that stream, but we took off from, I believe it was 9 left in Boston. And we had about 7,000 feet on that runway. We used about 6,999 feet on that takeoff roll. What's the flight time? It's going to be around an hour and 10 to an hour and 15 minutes, depending on how fast we climb out and if we can actually hit the Mach 2, which we should be able to. So let's get the taxi going a bit faster here. I know you guys want to see the departure. And guys, we will be having the afterburner, of course, on this departure. Full afterburner. This thing is loud on the outside. Cover your ears on the departure. But Jambo, do you remember that? I don't know if you remember that, but we got some more room this time. This aircraft doesn't have proper V-speeds integrated into it, but we kind of just know V1's around 150 and VR/V rotate is around 200. Man, this thing wants to taxi slow. Alright, let's go ahead and get the before takeoff checklist rolling. So only two things for us is landing lights on and strobe lights on. Alrighty. You remember it? Yeah. And we actually had an emergency landing that flight, but let's do our best to make this a smooth flight. If my chair will move. Alrighty. Coming all the way down here to the end. Let's spam Toga in the chat. Toga, Toga. Alrighty, guys. Let's check final. All good there. We'll hold short here for just a second, make our traffic call. Speedbird Concorde 1 departing runway 19 right, Tampa traffic. Toga, there we go. Spam, spam. Let's do this, guys. Full afterburner, full everything, full throttle. Let's get this thing rolling. Already, always good habit to check final. There's 19 right? Sorry, that is verified. Oh, and geez, we gotta remember the nose is like way ahead of the nose wheel. So we gotta keep that in mind, but perfect lineup there. Here we go, guys. Swim up to about 40. Engines are stable. The call out is 3, 2, 1, now. Can't see the right afterburner because of the camera angle. Speed's alive. There's 100 knots. Here is V1. Rotate. Come on. There we go. Positive rate. Gear up. We're out of here. Not sure why that right afterburner is not showing. It is on. Alrighty, let's follow the departure here. Hope you guys enjoyed that takeoff. Logo indicated acquire. And LNAV is on. We're in a slight right turn and then we'll head left. Beautiful departure. After takeoff checklist, landing gear is up, flaps, or sorry, the nose visor won't come up yet. I'm just using a standard checklist. Taxi lights are coming off. And that's it. Go and turn on autopilot 1 and autopilot 2. And we'll bring the nose visor up. There we go. Beautiful departure. This thing is loud. There we go. Stunning departure. Afterburners are off. We have hit our speed, 400 knots on the climb out. LNAV is working very well. That was one of the things I had to test on the flights, is if the LNAV was going to work. We'll increase our vertical speed. Let's get up to 50,000 feet like a rocket. Here we go. More than 3,000 feet per minute. Oh man. So your mom and grandparents, wow. It was sad that that crash happened because it had such a good safety record. It didn't have a single crash until that one. Climbing through 14,000 already. Flying the departure. There's Tampa all the way down there. We climbed out of there very fast. Yeah, I agree, Carson. I really hope the Boom Overture does really well. Yeah, you literally just, I was literally just talking about that, Jambo. Your grandma says that once it's out, she wants to fly it. Yeah, I think everybody will want to, well, I don't know if everybody's going to want to fly it, but a lot of the aviation geeks like us will want to fly it. 'Cause it's just really cool. I wish I had a chance to go on the Concorde, but unfortunately I did not. But hopefully that does well. I did hear that they have been having some problems with the engines though, so hopefully that's not too big of an issue. Alright, let's increase our airspeed a bit here. I'm not sure if this is real, like real life, but this is how you change the vertical speed. And oh, the engine spooled down for a second. It sounded a bit weird. Oh, that's why. I was decreasing it instead of increasing it. That's kind of weird. Oh man, it's gonna take a second. Sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to get us up to cruising altitude as fast as possible. That was a nice departure. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We got about an hour left now. Believe it or not, all the way down to Puerto Rico, San Juan. Cruising at Mach 2. We'll be up there in about 5-10 minutes. Already climbing through flight level 230. So let's go 500 knots here. Personally, I don't like supersonic passenger planes, and I don't like the idea. I would be alright to fly supersonic in a F-18, but not passenger. What's your opinion on it? I think I actually have a pretty good opinion on it. I think there's the afterburners. I'm just gonna stay inside the flight deck so it's not so loud, but I think it actually is a pretty good idea. You know, because people want to get places fast, of course, and if they can make them safe, fuel efficient, whatever, and not too loud, then I'm for the idea. Why do you say you don't like the idea of supersonic passenger planes, Jambo? Oh, we broke through Mach 1, guys. That's a pretty cool feature on this Concorde, is you don't hear the engines. In front of the plane, which is actually real, like real life. I mean, you wouldn't, there's no way to test that, but it makes sense. Alright, so this has been a really smooth flight so far through flight level 28, or 280, through flight level 290 now. We're at 500 knots. Let's see how fast we can climb. This is a pretty cool experience flying the Concorde. Let's see if anybody else is around us. It just kind of scares you, yeah. I agree. I mean, I'd be skeptical at first once it comes out as well. Welcome to the stream, Sour. Thanks for tuning in. We're flying the Concorde. What's my opinion on planes? Big fan of them. Think they're really fascinating and interesting. It's like, just look at a 747 and see, like, it's crazy how that thing can get off the ground at 1,000,000 pounds. But how's your day going, Sour? We're headed to San Juan. We just departed Tampa on the Concorde, climbing up to 50,000 feet. Going to be at Mach 2 for the cruise. Going to be really exciting. And guys, at cruise, I think there's a cabin on this plane, so we'll check out the cabin at cruising altitude. Let's hop back in the flight deck. So looks like we got about 800 miles to go, but that'll go pretty quickly. Welcome to Stream Theme Parks to the Max. How are you doing? We're flying the Concorde, fastest passenger plane ever. Supersonic. Climbing up to 50,000 feet. We're through 36,000 feet, flight level 360. Let's decrease our airspeed here for a little bit. It's showing that our max is around 500. Alrighty. So we're still on vertical speed and altitude acquire. That's my preferred way to climb in this aircraft. Welcome to stream Vila. Thanks for tuning in. How's your day going? It's been a nice flight so far. There's 40,000 feet. 40,000 feet. Afterburner is still in, getting us up all the way to cruising altitude at 3,700 feet per minute. Amazing climb rate there. There's the Florida border. We're headed across, actually. We're headed across Florida. Here, I can show you guys this VFR map. I use this on this airplane. The built-in one isn't very good. So we're headed across Florida and kind of through the Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. And then we're headed pretty much straight across over the Caribbean. And then all the way down into San Juan. Yeah, guys, Theme Parks to the Max is a great channel. Yes, celebrity. Got about, I think you have like 280. How long does the flight take? We took off about 20 minutes ago, 15, 20 minutes ago. As I'm saying this, landing lights off and beacons off. The flight will be around an hour from now, about an hour and 15 minutes total. And a regular commercial jet that you guys are you guys know that you guys usually fly on. This will take about 2.5 hours, but since we're in the Concorde, flies twice the speed of sound. We'll be going about half that in flight time. 286, nice. Do you change the vertical speed, the climb, or is it same vertical speed to flight level 500? So you just kind of do it at your discretion. But hold on. Yeah, I'd say just go as high vertical speed as you can without losing airspeed. It's like we're losing a bit right now, so I'm going to turn mine down. We'll turn it down to about, we'll go one more, 3,200. So that we can pitch down a bit and get some more airspeed. Second leg, unfortunately there won't be a second leg today, but tomorrow make sure to stay tuned for a stream. We'll be flying from San Juan to St. Martin, flying into St. Martin with the 747. So make sure to check out the Discord server, guys, for notifications about 45 minutes to an hour before I start streaming, and then we can do some group flights. Kind of like that on the VATSIM network. So that could be pretty fun, Jambo. If you'd like to do that tomorrow, make sure to keep your eyes on Discord. Make sure to have those notifications on. We're coming up here on flight level 500. Let's set Mach hold and Mach 2, here we go. Let's increase this airspeed. I do, Sour. You can check that out in the description. So bringing this all the way up to Mach 2. We'll go 2.0 for, there we go. Mach 2.84, afterburners on. Just leveled off at flight level 500, or flight level 500. Check out the description, Sour. There you go, you just joined. So we officially leveled off. We're increasing our airspeed up to Mach 2. Currently Mach 1.4. This is super high up. So guys, we'll be cruising here for about 50 minutes to an hour. Headed all the way down to San Juan. Make sure to chat if you've tuned into the stream and haven't chat already. We'll be doing a cabin tour in just a few minutes here. Welcome to stream Flight Sim Nation. New viewer, thanks for tuning in. How was your day going? Hey, what's up? Just left San Juan. Try not to. Alright. I'll do my best. Are you on VATSIM? If so, what's your call sign? We can look at you. Here. Oh, you can sour, but I definitely won't be doing that on this flight, but you definitely can do that. So here we are, British Airways, or Speedbird. Oh, that was you, Delta 22? Nice. This looks like you just departed. Oh, we'll pass you. I mean, maybe 10,000 feet above you, but we'll pass you, so just tell me when I'm near you, and then we'll look down, see how it's going down there. We're going pretty much twice the speed of everybody else. That's pretty cool. So we're headed all the way down here. We've already got about, I'd say, a fifth or a sixth of the flight done. So that's pretty cool. The LNAV is what I had issues with on my test flights, but the LNAV is working perfectly on this flight, which is great to know, because in my last Concorde flight, we had to make an emergency landing because we had some sort of electrical failure. Had to divert to Dulles. Pretty interesting flight. First emergency landing on VATSIM, but this flight has gone really well so far. Through Mach 1.63, so got a bit more to go. Guys, what do you think about the thumbnail? Do you think it's improved from my previous thumbnails that I had a few weeks ago? Or do you want me to go back to the previous thumbnails? I'm going to put out a poll here in a second. Thumbnails are fire. Alright. I've tried to improve them. Glad you're enjoying them, Sour. Thank you, Vila. Actually, I'm going to put out a different poll here. If you're just tuning in, make sure to chat. We're here. Let me check Mach number really quick. Mach 1.85, so we're getting really close. Afterburners are on, as you can see there. You can hear them as well. Sitting here up at flight level 500. Alrighty guys, I think we should go and start our cabin tour in just a second here. Can you do multiplayer in Flight Sim? So this is what I'm doing is called VATSIM. It's with live ATC and other people around the world flying on different simulators, mostly Microsoft Flight Simulator though. Here's everybody flying right now. I'm right here. Yeah, right here. So you can see other players and you can hear them on radio frequency, and then you have people who are training to be pilots, and then also people training to be air traffic controllers controlling in its real world procedures. And then the other more casual way to do multiplayer on Microsoft Flight Simulator is just to join somebody else's. It's kind of a party for Xbox, but it's based on Xbox friends, and you can just join their little party. You won't see them, but once you load into the real world, you'll see them. Or once you load into the simulator's world, you see them. So we're fully over water. We can see a little bit of land there. Not sure what that is, but I see a bit of land. We don't actually look that high up with the ocean, but we are 50,000 feet in the air. Alrighty, let's go and start our cabin tour really quick. This is a huge flight deck. Let's head all the way back here into the cabin. This is modeled pretty nicely. There's even restrooms. But, and frozen people looking out the tiny Concorde doors. Yeah, it's basically Advanced Flight Simulator as VATSIM, what it is, but it's free. And I'm thinking about making a tutorial for it if you'd like to look into it, Sour. Alright, so they only have the first part of the cabin modeled, but it's pretty cool. It's got Mach number right here, 2.04. Altitude 50,000 feet. That's going to go up and down right around 50,000 feet. Ground speed 1,170. Doesn't really matter though. It's basically Mach number is what matters right now, and temperature. Very very cold up here. Let's hop back in the flight deck. Chasing the sunset. Look, it's like the Concorde has a dark side and a bright side. That's pretty cool. Alrighty, I'll work on that, Sour. But you can check out my community posts. There's a bunch of videos coming out. We got one coming out on Saturday. 10 minutes of amazing Boston plane spotting, including some A350s, 777 from Emirates, and also a rare 747-400 passenger aircraft from Lufthansa. They fly on their Frankfurt to Boston route. And also an A340-600 from Munich to Boston, also Lufthansa. A330neo for Delta, and some 767, 787, some really cool planes. So you can check that out on Saturday. Make sure to have notifications on. And if you'd like to see the thumbnail and title, check out my community posts. Also on Monday we have a video going up. It's a Madeira cinematic approach in the Lufthansa A320neo. If you want to get a taste of how I do cinematic approaches, you can check out my videos tab on my YouTube channel. There was a new one posted that got posted today. A 747 into Kaitak. Really good, synced with music and everything. It's really cool. It's also 4K, so high quality. So there's some awesome stuff coming up on the channel. Alrighty, Sour. Hope you enjoy those. This thing is a gas guzzler. I started with 90% fuel. We're already at 70%. We'll make it, but not too much to spare. Look at the way the sky is. It's got like a, you got the ground kind of bluish, grayish. Then you got this orange, red, and then yellow, greenish, and then purple, and then blue, lighter blue, and then you got the dark blue, and then into space. Pretty crazy. That is loud. Got the sun blocked there. Make sure to stick around for the arrival, guys. We'll be having a flight controls cam as well as a replay. So the Concorde's pretty tough to land, so we'll see how I do on it. That'll be a pretty interesting approach. Hopefully that goes well. And tomorrow, make sure to stick around or have notifications on for a stream. We'll be flying into St. Martin sometime during the day. I can't promise a specific time, but sometime I'll try to get in a stream tomorrow from San Juan to St. Martin. And that'll be, of course, a nice arrival in the 747. I'll try to get the KLM livery. But of course, that's an amazing approach. And then after we land there, sometime we will be taking the Concorde all the way back up to most likely Orlando, but that could change based on where ATC is. And then we'll go Orlando back up the East Coast. And then to JFK, we'll be headed across the Atlantic on the Concorde again, JFK to Heathrow, the famous Concorde route. That's going to be a great flight. First time crossing the pond, so hopefully that'll be exciting. Hopefully that goes well. Have notifications on for that, and check out the Discord for some cool updates and some other insight into the channel and some opportunity to do some group flights on VATSIM. Alright, so Mr. Flight Sim Nation, here's Delta 22. That's you. So it looks like you're headed up to, where are you headed? Detroit. Oh wow, that's a long flight. So I doubt we'll intersect, but maybe I'll be able to see you off to my left side at some point. Maybe passing like there, hopefully. It's been a fun stream so far. It's currently 7:16 Eastern Standard Time. Should be landing around 8. But I believe we will switch time zones, go an hour ahead. Let's hop back in the flight deck. Does this weird view switch to the FO side for some reason. It's been a great flight so far. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe. Subscribing will give you guys some awesome content regarding Microsoft Flight Simulator, plane spotting, couldn't think of the word for some reason, plane spotting, and daily plane spotting shorts actually, and trip reports will be coming in the future. Some really cool trip reports. I'll be editing those and getting those out to you in a few weeks. So some really exciting stuff on the channel. We're doing the World Tour right now on our VATSIM streams. I do those every time I can. But we also have some videos like I was mentioning earlier, and then some plane spotting videos, and then trip reports like I said will be coming out in a few weeks. Welcome to stream more. Thanks for tuning in. How's your day going? Hi, any snack service on this flight? Yes, there actually is very good snack service. It's a decently long flight. There's very good snack service. We'll head back here. On the Concorde, the food was known to be really good. It was the top British Airways meals at the time. So there are some gourmet meals back there for you. Not sure exactly what they were, but you can go and order whichever ones you'd like. Velo, you like that slow 747 takeoff video? Yeah, That was pretty crazy. Very slow on the way out. Nothing like a 757 climbing out of there. It was a very slow and loaded 747. It was a freighter. We got about 480 miles to go. We've got about half the flight left. Half of it is already done. So, Amor, which meal would you like? Any meal of your choosing, since I don't know which ones were on this flight. Any meal of your choice will be allowed on this flight, so which one do you pick? Alright guys, a quick overview of the flight plan. I'm using this VFR map just for this Concorde. I wouldn't use it on the regular aircraft. But we're headed down here. Our next waypoint is all the way down here, the El Mook waypoint. So we'll be hitting that and then a right turn down on the arrival into San Juan. So that'll be a nice arrival, exciting landing. And the Concorde, of course, will be coming in at around 200 knots. Faster than any other commercial jet. Just because of the way that the Delta wing is designed, it doesn't give much lift, so it needs a faster speed so that it can provide the lift that the aircraft needs on approach. The reason that they went with the Delta wing design was because it's very efficient. Well, I mean, not super efficient, but it's as efficient as you can get at high speeds, like Mach 2 that we're at right now. So that's why they made it, just so it's efficient at this high speed. The regular, the regular wings that are on any commercial airliner right now would not provide much efficiency at this high of an altitude and at this speed. So that's why they had to make kind of a different wing design on this. Had to improvise a bit. Yeah, it was a Fly Meta 747. And before you guys say it's not related to Facebook, it's actually like Icelandic or something. I don't know, but it's not related to Meta. If you're just tuning in, we're Mach 2 headed to San Juan, 50,000 feet. Got about 30 minutes left to go on this flight. We'll be descending into San Juan in a few minutes. We have to descend from pretty high, so gotta start that. Your promised snacks on this flight, sun chips. Alright, we can give you sun chips if you'd like. I'm gonna go and pull up the charts because we might have to start descending soon, believe it or not. There's no top of descent calculated on this plane. Very old technology, so gotta kind of calculate it for ourselves. Is there any meal you'd like more on this flight? Any specifics? Look at the sunset. That's beautiful. If you haven't already, make sure to chat, and hope you guys are enjoying this flight. We'll be starting our descent pretty soon here. That's why I'm pulling up the charts really quick, making sure we don't miss our top of descent. There's nothing calculated on this aircraft, like I said, so, we gotta figure that out. Alrighty, so the ICAO is TJSJ. I'm using ChartFox. We'll get the, so there's the taxi chart. I just need to pull up the star really quick. We're going to be on the Beano 3 arrival. So our first waypoint is Elmook, so that's what our next waypoint is. Chicken and rice, alright. We'll get that out to you in a second. The flight attendants will do it. Alright, so at Beano we need to be at 1,000. And then we'll get down to 6,000, and then we'll be on our approach. So that's looking pretty good. Let's get the ILS runway 10 ready. Localizer is 109.7. Alrighty. Okay, so there's our nav. So I believe on the Concorde, once you are ready to intercept the localizer, you switch this over, and then it goes based on this frequency, and then you click the approach mode button. I'm pretty sure that's what what it is. Not 100% certain, because pretty old plane, not normal procedures at all. So we'll be coming in on runway 10, about 8,000 feet available for us. That is more than plenty. Look at this sunset. I think I'm going to make it a bit brighter so that for our arrival we're not too dark. So by our arrival we should now be at sunset. We got about 340 miles left to go. So let's just call Elmook our top of descent. I believe that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we'll probably go a bit before Elmook, but we should be hitting Elmook in about 60 to 70 miles, it looks like. So, and as you can see, we're going pretty quick here, of course. Just keeping an eye on what's going on here. It looks like it's a bit of climbing and descending going on. We'll change the time a bit here. See what's going on. We should be on, let's go max cruise. See if that helps. Nope, not gonna do that. Slowing us down. Let's select Mach 2. And altitude, we're at 49. I mean, that's alright. We'll keep it at 49 there. And hold it. What happened to the modeling? What? No, what? Hold up. Let's go back to our time here. Oh, there we go. That looked really weird for a second. Alright, we should have sunset on our arrival. We're going pretty fast here, as you can see by the miles changing like every 5 seconds. Just think about that, guys. Every mile takes 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds we go a mile, which is about what, 12 miles a minute. Yeah, so 12 miles a minute. That's pretty good. Hope everybody has enjoyed the stream so far. Like I said, we'll be starting our descent in a few minutes. Make sure to stick around for the arrival, flight controls cam, and a replay. Very interesting arrival, like I was saying. 200 knots coming in, about 180 on short final to keep the delta wings producing lift. Let's see what the showcase cams have for us. That looks very interesting. Very narrow aircraft. This is a pretty cool one. So is this one. We'll do this one for a second. Quick overview of the flight controls I'm using on this flight. Thrustmaster TCA, Quadrant, Boeing edition. It's a 787 replica with the throttle quadrant, or with the throttle levers, of course, 2 of them, and either a speed brake lever or a flap lever. My favorite thing is how smooth the actual axis is. You don't feel the actual plastic at all rubbing against the throttle. It's very smooth, like butter. And then also 5 programmable buttons and some autopilot controls, which is really neat, which is built in. Also, it has the real-to-life auto throttle disconnect buttons and the reverse thrust switches. So it's really a replica. I mean, it's not as big, but of course it's good for consumers that just play flight sim. So very good. Also, I use the Honeycomb Alpha Yoke flight controls. The Alpha Yoke has a very good build design with, of course, some more programmable buttons on the top that can be used for push-to-talk, autopilot, disengage, and trim switches. Also, there's a 8-way hat switch, and my favorite part of it's the build quality. I mean, the plastic, it doesn't even feel like plastic. It's really good. And also, it has some lights which can kind of act like floodlights. They're red though, which is kind of a cool feature with the honeycomb design, which is nice. So I can actually, I should have turned on the flight controls cam so I can show you what I'm talking about. So with the throttle quadrant here, the autopilot disengage switches, the reverse thrust levers, and also the 5 programmable buttons with the little autopilot selector there. With the Honeycomb Alpha Yoke, you got the actual yoke itself, which feels amazing, and also some lights, which can be like floodlights, and they're programmable in the back, so you can turn them off if you like. I just like them on the low setting, pretty cool. And that's the default as well. And the cool thing is it mounts to your table really nicely, so it doesn't move or anything, which of course is very vital for when you're on approach, especially in a crosswind, making a lot of corrections and things. Need it to be sturdy. But really good build quality on both of these. Like I said, the axis is really good. I can move it because the auto throttle's on. Very smooth, and I've got the speed brake lever as well. Also, we've got the Logitech radio panel. You can't see up here. Also, the multi-panel. Also, really good products. Love using the radio panel for VATSIM, and then also the multi-panel. The main feature is the autopilot, but it also has auto throttle, arm switch, pitch trim, and a flaps up and down switch. So pretty cool stuff. Alright, let's go back to this view. Actually, let's hop back in the flight deck, check out where we're at. Only 192 to go, so getting really close, guys. Make sure to stick around for the arrival. Looking at the map here, we'll be coming up on Elmuk in about 200 miles, or I guess this isn't accurate at all, because we're under 200 miles from the destination. So knowing that, we're about 60 to 70 away from Elmuk. Right before Elmuk, we'll start our descent down to 11,000, probably a good bit before Elmuk, because we got to get down all the way to 11,000. Keep in mind, we're already at flight level 500, not flight level 350, 370, flight level 500. That's another 13,000 feet that we got to descend, so got to keep that in mind and start it a bit earlier. So our Mach 2 flat true airspeed is 1,146 knots at flight level 490. Not sure what happened. It descended a bit, but we initially had 500. But it's all good. Not a big difference. Nothing to worry about up here except a couple private jets. Oh, by the way, let's see if we passed Mr. Delta 22. Yeah, we did. Yeah, so he was earlier in the stream. He was Flight Sim Nation. Nick Stoll, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. You tuned in at the perfect time. We're about to start our descent into San Juan in the Concorde. I was just going back into the cabin really quick. But we're about to start our descent, and we'll be having flight controls cam and replay on for the landing. Oh, the snacks. Nick, what would you like? This is full service here on the Concorde. What would you like? I'll fix you up something right here. I got Omore some chicken and rice earlier. That's what she requested. But I can fix you up something if you'd like, Nick. Anything you like. Yeah, so this is the cabin. It's modeled. Not the full thing, but just the first part is modeled. Pretty cool. And then we'll hop back into the flight deck all the way up here. Pretty big flight deck. Just reset our view here. So as you can see, we're about 138 miles from our destination, which is San Juan. We're going to be starting our descent in a few minutes. Actually, just to be safe, we're going to go and start it. I don't want to be high and have to hold or anything, so we're going to go and start it. Vertical speed and altitude acquire. Cooked steak, alrighty. I'll get that for you in a second. Welcome to stream Miami planes. How are you doing? Everybody's tuning in at the perfect time. Starting our descent. Alright, so we'll go back here for the steak, Nick. So boom, boom, boom. Toss it in this warm-up thingy, kind of oven. Boom. Okay, and then we'll go all the way back here. And are there any empty seats? Nope, but there's your food. I gave it to somebody. I gave it to you. Let's look out the window here. This guy is very fascinated by this wall. He's not even looking out the window. So there's that sunset. Interesting warning there. I believe that might be airspeed. Give it a second, guys. I've had this, yeah, there you go. There's just, I believe it was airspeed. Alright, we'll keep the Mach number. Oh, wrong one. If you like the flight, glad you enjoyed it. Omar and Vila. Beautiful Concorde with the Delta wings. Descending now through flight level 440, 44,000 feet. Let's look at the VATSIM map. Descending now into San Juan, Puerto Rico. And guys, stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll be, I'll do my best to get in a stream headed to St. Martin. And the 747, of course. That'll be an awesome stream. Really excited for that. So make sure to have notifications on. And if you like, check out the Discord server, link in the description. You'll have access to some group flights. I always put out notifications about 45 minutes to an hour before the stream, unless it's a special occasion for group flights. So pretty cool perk of being a Discord server. And also you can just chat with other people that love aviation. Yeah, so Miami planes, I think, so our next flight after St. Martin, once we get into St. Martin, we'll be doing a similar flight like this all the way back up to Florida. I'm going to be seeing where ATC is online. I might even fly into, or I might fly into Miami, I might fly into Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Tampa. Just depends on where ATC is, but if Miami's online, I'll definitely give that a shot. Oh, welcome back, Nick. Thanks for tuning back in. Alright, almost coming through 410. Let's get our descent going a bit more here. I don't want to be high at all. Alright, we'll go 2560. It's been a great flight so far. If you guys were in the stream about a few months ago, I flew the Concorde and I had to have an emergency landing. We had an electrical failure. This flight has gone really well. It's been awesome flying the Concorde. This one's made by DC Designs. You gotta go, but can you say Nick is the best, but really loud? Okay, Nick, hold on. I gotta think of something. Nick, I'll only believe if Nick is the best if you spam it in the chat. That's the only way. If you spam it in the chat, then Nick's the best. Alright, only about 35 miles out. Wow, so I believe that's a bit short on the prediction. Is that the next waypoint? I doubt it. No, it can't be. No. Yeah, no, that's incorrect. There you go, Nick. Keep it going. This is the price. Alright, that's good enough, Nick. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in and have a great night, Nick. Everybody knows in the chat now. So looks like we might It's kind of, I don't think there's clouds. It just looks like it because of the way the sun. All right, see you, Nick. Thanks for watching. Man, look at this. I'm gonna make it slightly brighter. Right there, there you go. Chicken nuggets, okay. Alright, see you. Alright, we'll be making our first turn in like probably 600 miles here at the Elmook waypoint. Coming up on it, the long-awaited Elmook waypoint. After Elmook, I'll show you guys the chart actually real quick. Alright guys, so here is the arrival chart, the star. The Elmook waypoint is all the way up here, and then after that is Shmoo, and then Bino is our restriction at 11,000. That's why I'm descending down to 11,000. Then after that, we'll be coming down to Tenor at about 6,000. After that, we'll be, I'll bring over the ILS chart real quick. Alrighty, so we gotta start descending after that, after Tenor, and we'll be descending down to 1,700 feet, and then it's a pretty steep glide slope. Actually, it's only 3 degrees, which is standard. But that's the plan. Oh, here's our turn. Look at that, guys. Look at that. I've never seen that. That is pretty cool right there. It actually has a turn with the contrails. Pretty crazy. Pretty big turn here. It's loud back there. Alright, we're descending now through flight level 290. Looking very good on our descent here. We'll see if there's anybody else around us. There is not, unfortunately. Oh, actually, Virgin Atlantic 787. So we'll be meeting him. We'll probably be in there a bit faster because we're just a faster airplane, but that's pretty cool. He'll be coming in behind us. So that is the overspeed warning. There we go. Bit fast. We'll pull the speed brake if there even is a speed brake on this aircraft. I'll stay on the outside while we're losing that airspeed. Hope everybody has enjoyed the stream. Should be a nice arrival into San Juan. Jeez, we're still here. I'm gonna reduce the vertical speed here so we can pitch up. There we go. See us pitching up there. Alright, it should come off in a second, hopefully. Oh! Now it wants to go lower. Okay. We'll stay on the outside for a second here. Beautiful shot. You bought the Talise A340. Yeah, I wish there was an... Oh, okay, so we just... Wow, that surprised me. We just broke through the sound barrier, but broke down through it. Just went under Mach 1. There goes the that annoying overspeed warning. You bought the Solis A340? Yeah, so I'm guessing you love the A340. And you got X-Plane, so that's pretty cool. I wish there was an A340 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. What do you think of it? And you have the side stick, right? The TCA side stick. It's a pretty cool combo. So what do you think of it, Jambo? Alright guys, here's an update on where we are. So there's Shmoo, and then Bino. So our restriction is 1/1000 at Bino, or Bino. So we'll definitely be good on that. You like it, you haven't really flown it yet, but you do have the TCA side stick? Yeah, so that's a good combo for you. Once we get closer to 11,000, we'll bring the speed back. Guys, make sure to chat if you're just tuning in, and check out the Discord server. That link is in the description. So now we're descending through flight level 200, flight level 200. Do any of you guys have the DC Designs Concorde, or any Concorde in any sim? And if so, what do you guys think? Pretty loud out there. Alright guys, through flight level 180 now. We'll keep the speed up. I'll check on that 787 that was coming in as well. Yeah, so we're gonna make sure that we have our traffic calls going, because make sure we coordinate. But we should be good. We'll be a few miles ahead. That's cool, Jambo. Not sure about my schedule at that time, but if I can't fly, I'll definitely check out your stream if I have any time. Hope you have fun on that stream. That'll be a pretty long flight. So, did you get X-Plane 11 or X-Plane 12? And if you got X-Plane 11, what was the price difference? How's everybody doing? Make sure to chat if you're just tuning into the stream. We're descending into San Juan in the Concorde. We'll be landing in about 10-15 minutes here on the VATSIM network. Unfortunately, we're on Honeycomb. I'm going to make it a little bit brighter so that when we arrive, we have the sunset. There we go. Still over the water. And guys, we'll be replaying the landing with a flight controls cam. Hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. So make sure to stick around, guys. About 10 minutes till landing. We're descending by the, I believe it's the BMO 3 arrival, something like that. Right here. I'll show it to you guys. What's it called? B-No 3. Yeah, there it is. And guys, make sure to check out the Discord server, link in description. So we'll be hitting B-No at 1,000, and then we'll head it down and then hitting tenor, and then joining into the ILS runway 10 approach. And guys, have notifications on tomorrow. I'll try to do my best to get a stream for you guys. We'll be flying into St. Martin with the 747. That's the whole reason why I came all the way down here in the Concorde, is so that we could fly in the 747 into St. Martin. So make sure to have notifications on for that. That'll be a really exciting stream. Theme Parks of the Max says Max is the best. Yeah, Nick started the trend with that a few minutes ago. Still at about 400 knots. We're at 11,000. We'll be hitting B-No in a few minutes. As soon as we hit B-No, we'll pull the speed back all the way back to 250 and then descend down to about 6,000. Then after we hit 6,000, we're going to start to descend down to 1,700 feet. And then that's where we'll intercept the localizer and get on the glide slope for the ILS 10 approach. I'm hoping the ILS works on this plane. I think I know how it works. I haven't flown this plane in a while. But my plan is once we want to intercept the glide slope and localizer, we're going to go ahead and switch this over to radio. And then that's our ILS frequency right there, 109.7. That's the localizer frequency. So that theoretically should work, but who knows? This is not a steady level aircraft. And we'll be bringing down the visor, of course. This plane does have a working visor, so that'll be pretty cool to see on the arrival. Concorde is pretty hard to land, so this will be a challenging approach. Make sure to chat if you're in the stream. This has been a great flight. About 10 minutes ETA. We're still over the water. It seems like we've been over the water forever. But we should be seeing... Is that land? Hold up. There's land. Sight of land for the first time in a while. First time in forever. If you look at our whole flight plan here, we've been pretty much on a direct over the water. It looks like we were just on a direct Tampa to San Juan, but we followed the proper IFR flight plan that that SimBrief gave us. I'm going to make a traffic call just so the Virgin Atlantic knows that we're here. So I'm going to tell them a few miles from B-No, and then we'll be on the ILS runway 10. Speedbird Concorde 1 is a few miles from B-No. We'll be coming in on the ILS runway 10 at San Juan. So we'll be arriving in about 5 to 10 minutes. So San Juan traffic. Remember to make your traffic calls on 122.8 if there's no ATC online on VATSIM. It's always good to let the aircraft around you know what you're doing. And that's in the real world as well, same procedures. So as soon as we hit Beano, that'll be in about 1 minute here, then we'll start our descent down to 6,000. And then once we know we'll hit 6,000, then get down to 1,700 feet. So we have some land in sight finally. All the way over there, and some land all the way. Okay, so here's the edge of Puerto Rico. That's pretty cool to see. San Juan Airport is kind of on the, I would say, northeast side of the island, I believe. If we look on VATSIM here. Yeah, so definitely northeast. So it looks like this Virgin Atlantic, he'll be coming in behind us, so that should be a no factor. He's still, so he hasn't even started his descent. We're all good. Is there anybody coming in behind? Nope. Anybody departing? Yeah, but about 30 minutes after. Alright, we're coming up on Beano. And then we'll start our descent to 6,000 once we hit Beano, so we'll just switch that to altitude acquire and vertical speed. Jimbo, if you're still on the stream, what do you think of X-Plane 11 compared to Microsoft Flight Simulator? I believe you said you got X-Plane 11, not 12, right? I'll do my best to make this the most butter Concorde landing you've ever seen. No promises, but we'll do our best. Here goes the right-hand turn. Very slight right-hand turn. There it is. Concorde is one beautiful plane, though. I'm really hoping Boom does well with their Boom Overture. I have heard, though. Can anybody confirm in the chat if they've had the Rolls-Royce engine issues? That's what I thought I heard, but are any of you guys kind of experts on that at all? I've been kind of tracking it since it's aviation, and it'll be groundbreaking if it actually happens. Let's go and turn both those on and make sure our vertical speed is tracking here. So we'll go 2,000 feet per minute. We can actually go ahead and set 2,000 since we'll know we'll hit that 6,000 at that restriction. Guys, on Saturday we'll have 10 minutes of awesome plane spotting at Boston International Airport, Boston Logan. Some cool aircraft in that video. They consist of A350s, 777s, heavies everywhere in that video. But A350s, 777s, 787s, 767s, all pretty much every heavy you can think of. A380, A340, 600, 747, 400. Some pretty rare ones, like those two that I mentioned. Also an A330 Neo, a couple of those actually. So some pretty cool stuff in that video. I definitely recommend having notifications on to not miss that one. So, with this Concorde having a default A320 MCDU kind of built in, the plan here is to go milet and then direct to tenor, if that's possible. I might even just hand fly it. But milet, direct tenor, we'll see if that works, and then if that works, then we'll be good on the, well, actually, if we zoom in a bit here. Alright, so we're just going to have to kind of figure it out here, because the MCDU is not the best, the default one. I wish they had a fly-by-wire compatibility mod with this thing. But we gotta use what we have here. Oh, Boston's your hometown airport? It's a great airport to do plane spotting at, one of the best in the world. Great airline variety, many different planes, some classics. Love spotting there. Alright, so we're gonna go, we're passing Milet. We're gonna see if this works. So we're gonna go direct. Here, let's actually just go to the view here. Direct to, if this will work, boom, direct to tenor. Is that gonna work? Please tell me it's gonna work. Oh my goodness. Okay, airport is in sight. Yeah, so we have the airport in sight. I'm gonna go and hand fly this thing. Autopilot disengage. Take the throttles as well. I cannot see the runway. There it is. So this is not super practical at all, but we're gonna do what we can do with this approach. We're a bit fast. We're gonna go gear down, and we'll bring the visor down. Let's use this view for now. Alright. We're looking pretty good. Slowing down a bit here. Let's turn on the flight controls cam. Man, this is a bit interesting. Good thing is we are on speed. It's telling us we're a bit fast here, but we're on speed. All good here, man. Here we go, guys. We are stable. Had to deal with what we had there, but we got it stable now. Looks fast, but that's what it's supposed to be at. With the Concorde. Delta 14 short final, runway 10, San Juan. Alright, there's our traffic call. There's touchdown. Bring the nose down. Full into the brakes. And there it is, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that stream. We're going to go ahead and taxi it to the ramp. We got that approach straightened out there. And that was a nice landing. Can't wait to see that replay. Alright, let's pull up the taxi chart. Welcome to San Juan, everybody. World Tour flight number 6. Delta 14, or Speedbird Concorde 1 has vacated. Runway 10 at San Juan traffic. I'm used to saying Delta 14. Let's go ahead and set park and brake. And let's get the after landing checklist complete. Alrighty. So we'll bring the visor up. Actually, we can keep it down for taxi. Speed brake lever is down. We'll go taxi lights on. And that looks like it's about it. So we'll taxi from this position. That was a pretty good Concorde landing. Yeah, you agree, Velo? Yeah, I think that's probably my best Concorde landing I've ever had. Hope everybody enjoyed that. Let's bring all of the autopilot controls off. Thank you, Flight Sim Nation. Yeah, Carlos, this is your hometown. Hope you enjoyed that arrival. I'll tell you one thing. This plane does not like to taxi very fast at all. You need to give it a good bit of juice to go. All right, we'll be replaying it here in just a second. Let's pull in. Actually, we'll keep it going a bit. That's the GA ramp off to our right. Very interesting with the Concorde on approach. Much different than a regular airliner, but that's pretty fun. About an hour and 15 minutes flight time total there. We'll go down the second one, or second right. Yeah, I'm glad you are, Velo. I am too. Really excited to see that. And it was within the touchdown zone as well, with how fast the Concorde goes and how much it doesn't like to flare. Because if you flare the Concorde, it's going to float, just with how fast you're going. Let's pull in straight here. The yellow line is right here. Alright, we'll pull it a little bit more forward since the nose wheel is behind us. We'll set parking brake and let's replay. That was an awesome flight. Love flying up high at flight level 500 and Mach 2. Let's bring it all the way back here. We'll do a couple replays. Oh, so here we go. Here's the initial one. Oh, I'll take that all day in the Concorde. This thing is hard to land. It'll bounce super easily. That is very good in the Concorde. We'll do kind of a side view for you, Velo. You guys can request a view if you'd like. I love that high flare angle, though. If you flare any more than that, you're going to float, though. Nice touchdown there, within the touchdown zone. Love it. Very successful flight in the Concorde. We'll do one more here. We'll do kind of the underbelly view. And then that'll be it. Oh, here we go. Thank you everybody for watching the Center of Aviation. Thanks for watching the stream. That was an amazing flight in the Concorde World Tour, flight number 6. Stay tuned for another stream tomorrow. Hopefully I can get one in. Flying into St. Martin. That was butter there. With the 747, make sure notifications are on. And you can check out the Discord server, link in description. Hope everybody enjoyed that stream. I really enjoyed it myself. We'll do shoutouts really quick. I'm going to turn down the audio. You guys probably can't hear me super well with this loud Concorde. Alrighty, so shout out to Velo. You were in the stream the whole time. Oh, more. You requested the snacks. That was pretty cool. Carlos is your hometown airport. Flight Sim Nation was also flying on VATSIM, but was flying up north. But thanks for tuning in to the stream. Dean Parks for the Max. Thanks for tuning in, Jambo. Thanks as well, Nick. With the Nick is the best spam. Miami Planes. Just going through it here. Sour. And Carson K. And Skystar at the beginning. So thanks everybody for watching the stream. Hope everybody has a amazing night. And